Electric vehicles, EVs, are often hailed as the green alternative to gasoline cars, a beacon of hope for a more sustainable future. But is that really the full story? Today, we're going to dive deep into the hidden challenges and lesser-known aspects of owning an EV. Sit tight, because what you're about to hear might just surprise you and give you a new perspective on these futuristic vehicles. So, are EVs truly eco-friendly, or is there more beneath the surface that we often overlook? Let's start by flipping the coin and understanding the complexities that lie on the other side.
Carbon footprint. First, let's talk about the carbon footprint. Many people are quick to assume that EVs are the ultimate solution to reducing carbon emissions and slowing down climate change. But did you know that the production of an EV can actually release a significant amount of carbon, especially during the manufacturing of its most critical component, the battery? You might be wondering, how can producing a zero-emission vehicle emit so much carbon? Well, let's dig a little deeper. At the heart of most electric vehicles lies the lithium-ion battery, a technology that's vital for their operation. But here's the catch. These batteries require the extraction of materials like lithium, cobalt, and nickel, all of which are mined in energy-intensive and carbon-intensive processes. The extraction alone contributes substantially to an EV's overall carbon footprint before it even hits the road. Studies have shown that the production of one EV can emit up to twice the amount of carbon dioxide compared to a conventional gasoline-powered vehicle. That's a staggering amount, isn't it? Many people don't realize that while the car may be emission-free when driving, the journey toward making that car green starts with some rather polluting steps. But the story doesn't stop here. We also need to think about how we power these vehicles once they're on the road. The source of electricity plays a crucial role in determining how green your EV really is. If the electricity used to charge EVs comes from coal-powered plants, then driving an electric vehicle might not be as eco-friendly as it seems on the surface. It's an unexpected revelation, right? This goes to show just how complex and multifaceted the EV debate truly is. And that's just one piece of the puzzle. So now, let's move on and talk about another hidden downside of EV ownership: depreciation. Did you know that EVs generally depreciate faster than their gasoline-powered counterparts? That's right. Picture this scenario. You've just purchased a shiny new electric vehicle, and within just a few years, it's lost a significant chunk of its value. Research suggests that EVs can depreciate by as much as 60% within the first 3 years, compared to around 40% for gasoline cars. That's quite a difference, and it can be a bit of a shock for EV owners who were hoping for a solid return on their investment. So, what does this mean for you as a potential EV owner? Well, it complicates resale. Many buyers are cautious when it comes to purchasing a used electric vehicle, particularly due to concerns about long-term reliability. A major worry is the battery. How long will it last, and what happens when it needs to be replaced? This rapid depreciation makes EVs a harder sell in the used car market, causing many potential buyers to think twice. Repair costs. Let's move on to maintenance and repairs. You might assume that since EVs have fewer moving parts than traditional cars, they would be simpler and cheaper to maintain. But here's the surprising twist. EVs can actually be more expensive to repair. It all comes down to the specialized parts and the need for trained technicians. For instance, replacing a battery pack can easily cost thousands of dollars, sometimes more than $10,000. The technology used in electric vehicles is still relatively new, which means repairs often require specialized knowledge, and that expertise doesn't come cheap. While EVs might save you money on routine maintenance like oil changes, their advanced high-tech systems can lead to some hefty repair bills if something goes wrong. Limited range. Now, let's talk about range anxiety. It's a term that every EV owner becomes familiar with at some point. Despite significant advancements in battery technology, EVs still lag behind gasoline-powered cars in terms of range. On average, a fully charged EV offers about 200 to 300 miles of range, while a gasoline car can often double that on a single tank. This can be particularly concerning if you're planning a long road trip. Until charging infrastructure catches up, EV owners have to plan their routes meticulously, keeping a close eye on charging stations along the way. Yes, charging networks are expanding, but we're still a long way from seamless, worry-free long-distance travel. Charging infrastructure. Speaking of infrastructure, the current state of EV charging networks leaves a lot to be desired. Have you ever tried finding a reliable charging station in a remote area? If so, you'll know it's not always easy. Even in urban environments, the availability of charging stations can be limited. And let's not forget that charging an EV takes significantly longer than refueling a gasoline car. While you can fill up a traditional car in a matter of minutes, charging an electric vehicle can take anywhere from 30 minutes to several hours, depending on the charger and battery size. This lack of fast and widespread charging infrastructure presents a real challenge for potential EV owners. Battery replacement. Remember when we talked about depreciation? One of the key reasons for this is the potential cost of battery replacement. As we mentioned earlier, replacing an EV battery can be a costly endeavor, sometimes exceeding the value of the vehicle itself. This can leave owners with a tough decision. Invest in a new car or shell out a significant amount of money to replace the battery in their aging EV. While battery technology is improving, the high cost of replacement remains a significant concern for many. Market demand. Finally, let's discuss market demand. While new electric vehicles are gaining popularity, the used EV market is still sluggish. Concerns about battery longevity, the cost of repairs, and the potential for expensive replacements all contribute to buyer hesitancy. So, where does that leave EV owners looking to sell? Well, limited interest in used EVs creates a buyer's market, which can significantly reduce the incentives for investing in an EV in the first place. While electric vehicles may represent the future, these challenges cannot be overlooked. So, are EVs truly the sustainable solution we've been promised, or do these hidden downsides paint a more complex picture? The debate is far from over. Ultimately, the choice is yours. Are you ready to go electric despite the hurdles, or do these challenges give you pause? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We'll continue exploring this evolving landscape, but for now, let's keep the conversation going. Stay curious, stay informed, and don't forget to subscribe because next time we're diving into the latest innovations that might just tip the scales in favor of EVs. See you then!